Welcome to the Wrestle for Real podcast. Got Spook with me tonight, and y'all know how we do it each and every Monday night. WWE Raw, Monday Night Raw post show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check us out wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, you name it, Apple Podcasts. We're there, the Wrestle for Real podcast. Just go look for us and definitely stay a part of the conversation, man. We appreciate all the support we've been getting so far, so we hope to keep that going and giving y'all this show each and every Monday night. So we're gonna go through the card here and see what he thought about these matches, man. See what they're, get some opinions out here, and felt like a quick 2.5 hours, but we're gonna see what we kicked it off with. A little bit of package from last week. They started off with Jey Uso and I'm about to say Roman, with CM Punk doing their promo, getting ready for Saturday Night Main Event, which is this Saturday. I believe that's November 1st. So they'll be headlining, if I'm not mistaken, possibly headlining for the World Heavyweight Championship that is now vacant due to the injury to Seth Rollins. So I think this is going to be a pretty good match, man. It's definitely got the star power. Tonight they basically just went head to head in the ring. CM Punk had a lot more to say about Jay trying to step out of the shadows of Roman Reigns and out of the shadows of Jimmy Uso, which he once did to win the World Heavyweight Championship previously. And Jay didn't have a whole lot to say tonight. He just kind of let him know, man, he's coming, and that was pretty much it, man. Anything to build any further excitement for this match at Saturday night's main event, in your opinion?
Nah, not really, man. Like you said, Jay was he was kind of like he was focused on that when he had that match with Gunther, man. You know what I'm saying? He kind of, I guess he focusing in now, man, trying to make sure that he can get this belt back, man. But not nothing more, exciting or anything like that, man, as far as the build up, man. Both of them just, see, like you said, CM Punk had a little bit more to say, but Jay, he's a little bit more focused, man. He definitely trying to get that title back, man. I don't think he needs it right now. I think Punk will be the right one to kind of carry it into that Royal Rumble, WrestleMania era. Let him rock for that time frame. Hopefully by then, either Seth will be back or that boy Bron Breakker will. I would like to see him take it to that point. Real talk. That's my opinion right now, man. Bron he needs that belt, man. He's the truth. He's the truth. That boy is a dog out there, man.
So right now, you're only seeing whoever wins this is somebody who's just gonna have it temporary. It's real temporary.
Well, I mean, if you take it into the 2026 past Royal Rumble, I mean, I think you got your just due. You know what I'm saying? You got your you got that's about what five good months roughly. No, WrestleMania is in April, so that's already four. It's what about 2 months left for this year. You got a good half a year almost. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that'll be pretty substantial, sufficient. To rock out with.
So is Braun Breaker already ready, or does he need to do some more stuff to really be like convincing once he holds that championship over his head?
No, I think he's ready, man. Like after I know I'm jumping a little bit ahead, but
Mm-hmm.
from what I seen tonight, man, with him in L.A., yeah, that boy is the truth, man. That boy got his dad and uncle in him, man. That's a bad combo, man, because them boys was already bad as a tag team, and they don't put both of them inside him. Oh my god, yeah, I think I would definitely like to see him and Seth go at it, man. That'll be a good one next year. That'll be a real good one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know how long whoever wins is gonna have this title because of the change of plans. We don't know what the original plan was for Seth Rollins and how much longer he was gonna hold on to it. Was he gonna go into WrestleMania? Was something gonna happen at WrestleMania to start the downfall of the vision, or was it going to have already taken place and
Mm-hmm.
prior to? I'm not really sure. I think that would have given us a little bit of context on what to expect, because now, if you're putting the title on Braun Breaker at some point, it might be a little bit ahead of schedule. But
Yeah,
you
you
do
got
got CM Punk and you got Jey Uso, who is worthy of holding the title for sure. So I mean, those guys can definitely get the Royal Rumble. They can get to. I think either can get to WrestleMania. I think definitely CM Punk can get to WrestleMania. Now, what he does at WrestleMania will remain to be seen. Um,
Mm.
Not sure if he's able to get night 2 of WrestleMania and what kind of opponent he may have if he was to win, or if Jey Uso was to win the championship on Saturday night's main event. Will he be able to get all the way to WrestleMania?
I don't think Jay will be able to make it to WrestleMania. I mean, CM. That's why I said CM Punk will really be like the strongest one to really take it all the way, unless Gunther pop back up on the scene within that time frame. But that'll be the only one that I can feel that can take that belt away from CM Punk at this point. You know what I'm saying? That would. I mean, unless they give Braun some kind of, I don't think they would give it to him too early like that. But Braun Breakers is going crazy over there, man.
Yeah, we got to see what their plan is. I guess when Saturday night main event ends, and we'll kind of see what direction they're going in. I got to say, it's one of the few times where it's a title match, and I really don't know who might pull it off this time.
Hmm.
They don't
Hmm.
know which direction they're going in. It doesn't look too obvious as to who might walk out of there with it. They're both kind of being cheered for right now with the fans. Jay is going through his stuff, and CM Punk really hasn't been dealing with much lately outside of this title picture. He's been off for the last 2 weeks outside of some promos and appearances since he wrapped up everything with Seth and Becky and that match they had with AJ Lee. He hasn't been doing much outside of appearances. Not really sure if there's a lot of story to be told if CM Punk was to win it. There's no Seth Rollins. I don't know what direction he would go in as far as who would CM Punk's next opponent be if he wins that match. Who makes sense?
I mean, I probably would say give Jimmy a shot. Just to have him something to do. You probably won't get the W from Jimmy, but
Hmm.
like I said, give him something, something to do. Keep Punk a little busy, keep him in shape, keep him going. Like I said, they're just trying to get the next year, man. They're just trying to get to, the 2026 era, and get things popping off in a good way for Royal Rumble, next PLE, then WrestleMania. So trying to keep things going.
Yeah, so what would Jey Uso's title reign look like, man? Who do you think he might be able to what kind of matches he might have coming up if he was to win it?
I don't know, man. I mean, I would hope, man, that he can take a couple break, man. He's been doing a lot, man. They just need to, let him give him one of the EO Scott treatments, man. Just let him kind of sit for a second, just fade to black. Let some boys get in there, man, and wrestle. Get some number one contenders matches going to try to, at least let him skip one PLE for a second, man, and get him some rest. Then come back for the next one, man, and kind of go from there. Because, like you said, we don't know when Gunther coming back. Seth is still on the shelf. You still got LA Knight. You still got Jimmy. You still got CM Punk, which is if he do lose, he definitely gonna want to a rematch. But I just think he need to rest, man. He need to just instead of trying to go every night like he did when he had the actual title. Yeah, he need to take a little break, man. Give him a little break for about a month or so.
So yeah, we they both have a couple of different paths they can go down. Maybe they pick the more interesting path. Jay may he may need some time off, but he may also need to really show why he's the champ again if he wins it all over again.
Mm.
Not really sure if he had a great title reign last time or if it was just good to see him in the audience, in the crowd with the championship. And that was just the exciting part about it versus the actual matches he was having at that time. So we know Jimmy is lining himself up for something. We don't know
Hmm.
what that's going
Hmm.
to look like, but LA Knight was trying, and we'll get to what happened to him tonight to line himself up for something. But it seems like it's just those couple of guys until Gunther gets back, until Seth Rollins gets back. We'll have to see where that goes. And Bronson Reed is got Braun Breakers back, so that may help him to walk into that spot when that time comes as well. But the next match on the card, we had Penta versus Rusev for the number one contenders match for the is it the Intercontinental? Yeah,
Hmm.
the Intercontinental Championship currently held by Dominic Mysterio. I thought this was a pretty good match, man. Rusev has definitely been he's been out there producing, man. He's solid. You're not really knowing if he's gonna win or lose half the time. He's
Mm-hmm.
been a great opponent, man. He's been a great person. Just let's keep him out there. Let's keep him active. Let's keep him wrestling. Let's keep him on TV. He's getting really good matches out of just about everyone he's been facing so far. His whole thing ended with Sheamus in a very thrilling way when those two guys went at it. Him and Penta did what they did tonight, man. It was a good match until it ended with interference from Los Americanos, Bravo, and El Grande Americano the second.
Don't ask for no help with the name, bro, because I
Yeah,
haven't.
man. They said the names. They need to put it at the bottom of the screen next time so we can have a visual to go along with it. Because I don't, it's getting hard to remember once they say it. These guys came out there, jumped this match, beat up everybody. Really, they didn't take no sides. It was made to believe that Dominic called in the hit on them boys. So one contender. And that's what happened, man. It ended up with somehow, some way, Rusev and Penta getting back to their feet and getting one up on Los Americanos. So I'm not sure what's going on with Los Americanos. I mean, at one point, El Grande was kind of standing on his own and kind of being his own guy in both iterations of him. And now he looks like he's just, the muscle or the henchman with henchmen. It's a very odd positioning right now that we are seeing with Los Americanos and the direction in which they're going in. But what do you think about this match with Los Americanos interference and Rusev and Penta going at it?
Man, it was a good match between them two, man. They definitely bring the best out of each other, man. I kind of figured it was gonna be some interference, man, at some point. Once Dom, tried to make this little call, man, he tried to get his brothers, but they turned the cold shoulder on the man. So he called up some other help that he always had in his back pocket, man. Utilized them boys and got them to interfere in the match. In the end, Adam got the best of them. Made this thing into a triple threat at Saturday Night Main Event, man. So that I knew that was coming at that point, man. I think Dom is definitely finna relinquish his title, and is I don't know between which one. I think I would like to see Penta with it. Let him get his 2 or 3 months in. He'll kind of go from there. You know what I'm saying? But I can see Penta with it, man. I can see him winning some kind of way.
Yeah, Penta's not a bad option to win the Intercontinental Championship, and it kind of definitely will freshen him up because he
Mm-hmm.
hasn't seemed to really gotten any higher than when he initially came into the WWE back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it definitely be some way to elevate him and remind people that he can do something. What do you do with Dominic at that point, though? What happens with Dominic because he's been getting a lot of a babyface reaction. He's been out there looking pretty good. He looks like he's about to split from Judgment Day. I'm not really sure what's going on. So what do you do with Dominic at that point to say, let's try to elevate Dominic at that point? Because he's surely not going to be full time at AAA.
Nah, working between both factions, man. I mean, I would definitely work him more in AAA,
Mhm.
than Monday Night Raw. You know what I'm saying? To definitely hype that whole little crowd up, especially with him having a belt. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely will have to do a lot more appearances. A lot more matches down there, man, and try to build that whole little faction up. Kind of go from there. Just kind of be jumping back and forth. Still trying to you know hype up this new feud between him and the Judgment Day, and them really officially calling it quits at that point, man. And maybe having a match with Finn, to solidify the breakup, man, and kind of go from there, and then he can just mosey on to AAA and rock out down there for a good little minute.
Do you see any scenario where Liv Morgan can come back and be doing anything with Judgment Day, or is this ship kind of sailed since it's been so long?
Nah, I mean, if especially if Dominic leaves, there's really no need for her to go there at that point. You know what I'm saying? She can latch on with Dominic, or she can just, create her own little lane. She have a couple matches with Roxanne and a couple matches with Raquel, and just kind of go from there, man. And maybe, try to get that women's IC title, or, know that she probably wouldn't beat Stephanie right now, but they may give her a shot at that. But that's really it for Liv right now.
Yeah, they look like they isolating Dominic or starting that process. I don't know what that breakup is going to look like, but hopefully it doesn't drag out too long because I think we're all kind of ready for it, man. He's been portraying himself as a baby face for quite some time, and I mean, not being cheered as a baby face for quite some time now. So it's definitely about time for him to do something. I don't know what that something is or what it might look like, but they're gonna have to do something with him. But one of his stable mates, Roxanne, was up next. She had a match against the Nikki Bella, WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. This match was one thing about Nikki. She's not known for her in-ring work, but she definitely can at least get through a match, which is basically what happened here, man. She just, she's from an era where it was not just about the in-ring focus at that particular time, the way it is now for the women's. That's not really been her strength. She has a lot of charisma. She definitely brings eyeballs. She has a brand. She has a name. So she's definitely valuable in that way. Roxanne is next up. I think Roxanne is on the way to holding some kind of singles gold at some point, real soon in her future. She already got a taste of tag team gold due to the injury that happened with Liv Morgan several months back. So we still got a long way to go with Roxanne. But her and Nikki went out there, had their match. Raquel got a little bit involved there as we suspected she would. Eventually, Roxanne was able to get the victory over her, and they was ready to continue to get at her. And Stephanie Vaquera came out there, making at least an appearance. She wasn't just doing vignettes or behind the scenes stuff. She at least came out there and made an appearance, man, setting up what looks like a tag team match between Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella versus Roxanne and Raquel Rodriguez on next Monday Night Raw. So, what you thought about this whole match with Nikki and Roxanne and everything that went down with this one?
It was a good match. Just Nikki just a little bit slower than
Mhm.
right. Yeah, she's definitely gonna need Stephanie to kind of
Yeah,
keep her going right now. She definitely need to these young girls, man. These girls can go, man. So the moves that she was doing back in the day, they not working for her no more, man. Them girls 2 steps ahead of her right now, man. So I understand she's just trying to make a little promo run, just trying to keep a face in there. But yeah, man, she can't keep up with them girls now, man. She can't keep up with them.
yeah. Nikki is she's out there to just add a little spice to the match. I think next week we're gonna see Stephanie Vaquer probably carry a lot of this match. They'll probably likely get the victory over
Mhm.
Raquel and Roxanne Perez. But other than that, not really moving the needle on any story I could see. Do you think they're setting up anything with Stephanie and Raquel or Stephanie and Roxanne as far as a match is concerned, or is this just something to do?
Just, I mean, like you said, something to keep Stephanie, out there in the ring. Don't want her to be, another EO just sitting back, not doing anything, man. So that's a good thing that they're you know, um, keeping her busy, keeping her on TV. Just, got to stay away from that talking, that speaking, platform. But anything else, man, as long as they got in the ring going, man, that's the best thing for it right now.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on what happens with Stephanie Vaquer in the future. They're keeping her active in some kind of way, a little bit more maybe than what we've seen prior to her winning the championship. So hopefully this will continue and she can continue to show everybody why the WWE believes in her so much. They've really been putting a rocket on her, man, and ever since NXT days. So they really believe in her, but I don't think they've done a great job showing us on the main roster why they believe in her so much. So I think we're kind of still waiting. We haven't had that standout match or those standout string of matches or anything like that. So we're still kind of waiting on what is it that you guys see in this Stephanie, because we're just seeing another woman that can go out there and give you something in the ring, but worthy of this kind of push. We're waiting on that. We didn't have Rhea. I believe she's still injured,
Hmm.
still recovering, so we didn't have her amongst the other injuries with Liv and Bianca. A lot of that guard that was kind of and even Naomi, that was kind of running Monday Night Raw, man, is really sitting down right now. So it's giving
Yeah.
these ladies it's giving them a chance to step up and see exactly, can somebody emerge to the top while so many of these ladies are out right now. Right, Maxine might be close. We had a backstage promo with her talking about possibly having this match with Becky at some point, but her needing some additional training or some additional feedback. I'm not really sure, but she's definitely trying to gear up. So she might be somebody that emerges while these ladies have been out and injured. In addition to Stephanie, but she was kind of on the way anyway. So
Hmm.
They got to get it in quick, man. Unfortunately for us as fans, the injuries take away from us seeing some of the people we want. But for those in that locker room, it's a chance to step up. So they better definitely take advantage of that if you're one of those women in that locker room. Next up, we have Braun Breaker and LA Knight. Initially, I kind of felt like this was more of a main event match tonight.
Hmm.
They went and gave it to the ladies, though. Braun Breaker, LA Knight, it has that star power. It has the names. These are guys that's hovering around that big picture. LA Knight wanted to get at the winner of the match between CM Punk and Jey Uso at Saturday night's main event. He was claiming he had next or wanted next at least, and ended up in the match with Braun Breaker. This was a pretty good match, man. I think everybody is fans of both of these guys' in ring work. LA Knight's work on the microphone, LA Knight's overall character, Braun Breaker's overall character. We all see a lot of them. We're just trying to figure out. They've both had those secondary titles, so we're trying to see who is going to break that ceiling first and get that world heavyweight championship. I mean, based on well, I should say, Braun Breaker did get the win. He caught him with a massive spear in this one, something we've been accustomed to seeing. So got the clean victory over LA Knight. I don't know how good this is for LA Knight, but do you feel like LA Knight is going in the wrong direction, or is he just still trying to find his way to the top?
I mean, he at least he's trying to stay relevant. He's trying to stay in the main event. They really don't have a story for him right now. It's
Mhm.
all about CM Punk. It's all about you know Jay. I mean, he can get a match with CM Punk afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, we got to get to the point when they first have the match. But if CM Punk's win, they'll give him a match against CM Punk. But like I said, I don't see anybody beating possibly Punk if he wins anytime soon, man. So that really hurts. That really hurts his whole potential right now, man. He can't go back to SmackDown. I mean, got an assignment with Drew right now. I don't know, man. I'm really feeling bad for LA right now, man. It's. I mean, he can keep this little assignment going on with Bron for maybe another month or so.
Mhm.
Maybe fight Bronson Reed. I can't really say about LA, man. He's really. Luckily, he was on TV tonight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess the whole little, what Paul trying to do now is, break down the top contenders, which is CM Punk, LA, which he did tonight. He already destroyed him, so now he's gonna be coming out to Jay and then CM Punk. So I don't know what LA got, man. He definitely needed this match tonight to pull out the win, but yeah, Braun is crazy right now, man. That boy's superficial.
Yeah, man. Braun is he's looking like the guy that's on the trajectory right now. I don't think anybody's going to really argue that. It'd be hard to see anything different happening. Unfortunately, unless they postpone what we believe is eventual with Braun Breaker, we're going to be faced with LA Knight never winning a big one. I don't know that he's realistically going to win anytime soon. For one, he keeps losing, which it may not be a sign that he's never going to win, but he keeps losing. So he's not even getting contender matches at this point. He's kind of fallen out of grace with that. Or maybe there's a chance he could win the Royal Rumble and Braun Breaker could win the World Heavyweight Championship some other way prior to WrestleMania happening. Maybe these guys have a chance of meeting there. Maybe LA Knight could go get Money in the Bank later on next year. He needs something, and he's against a lot of big dogs who've, for the most part, had their chance. I mean, right now, as far as the guys that's been hovering around that title picture, him and he's really the only one. And Braun Breaker now who has not held it. Jimmy's had it, CM Punk's had it, Seth Rollins had
Hmm.
it, Gunther has had it. These are the
Hmm.
guys that's been right there. It's just LA Knight and now Braun Breaker who really haven't had it. And I guess maybe you could add Jimmy Uso to the mix, and that would only just pose a more challenging issue because if we believe Braun Breaker is up next, where does that leave Jimmy Uso and LA Knight? Where could they possibly fit in? I don't know where. I don't know where they would go.
Yeah,
They
it
may
kind
be
of hurts.
outside losing. They may, looking in on this one. With I think with Jimmy, he has a chance if Jey Uso wins it. He has a chance because it's the brother on brother match. They could run that back.
Hmm. Hmm. But they just got back together.
Yeah, I don't really know, man. I don't really know what that's gonna look like. But it's the only shot Jimmy has, I think, is if it's against his brother Jey Uso, and that means Jey Uso would have to win Saturday night at Saturday night's main event. And I'm not sure if that's all going to string together. If not, then it completely eliminates Jimmy anytime soon. If
Mm.
Braun Breaker, we know it's a matter of time, and I don't know what that means for LA Knight. He just lost to Braun Breaker. He's lost the last couple of qualifiers. Next week, I don't know what LA Knight is going to do, but he's probably going to lose to somebody else. That'd be my guess. He's got another L waiting for him whenever he does return. Whenever he does whatever he does next week. It's not looking too good for LA Knight, man. It's not looking too good. He's becoming somebody who's just there to lose, man. Who's there to build up some excitement and then just simply lose, man. And maybe he needs to be a team player for just a little while longer. But once Seth comes back, once Gunther comes back, I mean, really, what are we looking at here? As far as his ability to get to that championship, man.
Well, it's definitely over at that point, man. When all them, I mean, it's first of all, it's too many going for the title. For the big boy, man. Yeah, you got CM, you got Bron, you got Jay, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Roman ain't said nothing about the belt, but I mean, at some point, what I'm saying, he gonna start creeping up back in that big picture, man. So what I'm saying, you got him. It's only one belt, man. Everybody can't have the belt. So they got some work to do, man, as far as figuring that part out.
Yep. But right now we're gonna see what CM Punk and Jey Uso does and how they're gonna manage to pull this one off. And I guess with Braun Breaker's win over LA Knight, maybe he's already the number one contender. I just don't know if they'll do it as soon, but we got War Games coming up. That may be a way to kind of keep us away from needing a singles match at that particular time. Figure
Yeah,
out a way to throw these guys in something. So we'll see, man. After this match, we had JD McDonough and Sheamus, man, and I think we've been on this show at least we've been slowly becoming JD McDonough fans. He's another one in Judgment Day that we're like, okay, maybe there's something there. Maybe he just needs something to kind of break away, give him a win. I thought when he got injured a little while back and he came back, I thought he was going to kind of be a baby face at that time, but they threw him back in Judgment Day, kind of tucked him away again. This time he went out there, put on a great match with Sheamus. Sheamus is another one like Rusev, who's going to get some good matches out of guys. It may not always have a lot at stake or anything at stake or a big meaning, but they'll go out there and it looked like Finn Balor was pretty happy JD stepped up to take this match too.
yeah, he didn't want that, man. He didn't.
He didn't want no problems.
Yeah, Finn didn't want that smoke, man. Finn didn't want
Yeah,
that smoke.
yeah, he
Oh, nah.
definitely was happy JD McDonough stepped up, man. He had a good match. He did all he could, man. In the end, it required Finn Balor to get involved, hitting Sheamus with the shillelagh on the top ropes, which led to quite the Spanish fly, man. That was quite a move way up there, man, to see him execute that with Sheamus. And just
James a big boy, man.
yeah, yeah, that's not something you see very often from Sheamus, being in that position, but he definitely pulled off the win with this one, man. It was a big win for JD McDonough, man. Do you recall the last time we've seen JD McDonough win in a singles match?
Nah, he haven't had very many lately, man. And I think the last one, he had for taking one for the team for Dominic. I think he lost. I think he lost that one too. Yeah, I think he lost that one. So yeah, he haven't had a good run with the singles, the whole singles atmosphere. But, but like you say, he can go though, man. He can, he's been doing this thing out there, man. I like, I definitely became a fan of his, ever since, he's been, in the Judgment Day, man. He worked hard to get that spot, man. And, he finally was able to get in, man. At first, they wasn't letting him in. They'll have him doing a little dummy mission, little stuff like that, man. Take one for the team type. But now he's became solid, man. I don't, after they lost that belt, man. I don't want him to get lost up in the shuffle. So I mean, I would like to see, if Dominic supposedly hold a belt, past Saturday night main event. I would definitely like for JD McDonough to be up in the running to get a title shot against Dominic.
Yeah, man. JD's got something, man. He's gonna be an interesting guy moving forward. As far as his involvement in different things, man, and what he's able to do out there. I don't know how far it's gonna go with him. I don't know how
Hmm.
far they're gonna take it or how far they're gonna push it, but so far so good, man. So far he's been looking good, man. And these guys at Judgment Day, man, it's kind of getting odd. We're not really hating them, really almost any of them. I think Raquel probably gets the least amount of fanfare, maybe then a Finn Balor if he's not on NXT or something like that. So these guys are starting to kind of turn the corner here, man. I don't know what direction they're going to go in with the Judgment Day, or specifically with JD McDonough in this case, and seeing how far they can really take it with him. Other than that, he may just be somebody who's around, man. But he's got some opportunities in different places that we wouldn't mind seeing. So if he pop in on NXT, TNA, AAA, he's definitely got some opportunities there, man. Wouldn't mind seeing him across the ring from Javon Evans in NXT or Leon Slater in TNA, man. Those guys, that might be, something, we can get a real good match out of. But on this main roster, it's a little crowded. Even with the injuries, a lot of the same guys is being featured. So it's going to be hard to get JD McDonough another singles match, but if somebody gets a singles match, it's, probably going to be Finn Balor up next. But they've already got locked in for the tag team championship match next week on Raw against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, man. What do you think, man? Is there a chance they regain those titles, or we keeping it on Dragon Lee and AJ Styles?
Oh nah, man, I like that new whole little duo, AJ and Dragon Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool little duo, man. Dragon Lee definitely ready to go, man. AJ always ready to go, man. So, yeah, that'll be a good little match between them. But yeah, they definitely gonna retain that.
Yeah, man, we gonna see. Judgment Day is looking a little bare with no with less titles over there. I can say that, man. All the
Yeah.
championships is on Dominic Mysterio right now. Ain't nobody else really holding their weight, holding up the end of the bargain, man. They out here.
The women lost it. Now Jade and them lost it. Yes.
Yeah, that's four championships that we was used to seeing, you know,
Mm-hmm.
on their shoulders. So now they just looking a little dry. They falling apart, man. It's not looking good. Like I said, I don't know how Liv Morgan would come back and fit into this, and it makes any sense unless she somehow rallies the troops and get everybody their gold back. But that's a long shot because I think we're ready to see Dominic move on. Probably ready to see JD McDonough move on. Ready to see Finn Balor move on. Ready to see Roxanne move on. So we're kind of ready to see a good bit of these people kind of go on to what's next for them, man. But
Mm-hmm.
in our main event, we got a special treat, I guess you can say. Lyra Valkyria versus and Bailey versus SmackDown Women Tag Team Champions Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. We haven't, we cover Raw so much and some PLEs that we have not had much conversation about Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, and really been talking about them and what they've been able to do and accomplish over there on Friday Night SmackDown. But we got a treat tonight with them coming over and defending the championship titles early in the night. They got into with the Kabuki Warriors. But ultimately, man, it was a good match, man. I mean, you got four ladies in there who can work. You're not worried about that. Bailey and Lyra did what they could. They didn't seem to have really any breakdowns or anything, man. It felt like a very clean victory for Charlotte and Alexa. They worked together. We seen Charlotte hit the sister Abigail, man, giving a nod to Bray Wyatt in that moment. We seen the Fireflies, everybody with their cell phones in the sky for Bray Wyatt. So, Alexa Bliss still gets a lot of respect for the work she was doing with Bray Wyatt. So people are always reminded of him when they see her.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely represented in that way, man. Charlotte did what she does. Her and Bailey has definitely had their battles. Her is kind of new to the party, but she's somebody who may be up there at the top sometime soon. We just have to see how it's going to play out with her and Bailey and this whole situation. And are they going to have another breakdown since they lost, didn't get the job done? After the match, the Kabuki Warriors came out. Kairi Sane and Asuka came out to I guess, put the beat down on Charlotte and Alexa, who they plan on getting the title match with. So not really sure if I care to see the Kabuki Warriors going for the title. I'm not sure what's going on SmackDown, if they're running out of tag teams for these ladies to face over there. If they're not building up this division enough to give them some opponents, that now they're over here on Monday Night Raw. But I'm sure it helps Charlotte and Alexa to get additional TV time and just kind of reminded that what they've been doing and what they've been able to accomplish over there, man. But what you thought about this particular match, man? Charlotte and Alexa versus Lyra and Bailey.
Man, it was a solid match from both sides of the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? Lyra and Bailey working together, man. I like to see that. They finally somewhat got it together. Alexis and Charlotte, man, they just been on the tag ever since they won the belt, man. At first they was kind of at odds with each other. Even though they had the belt, they were still you know doing little sneaky stuff to each other. But they finally done came together, man. They riding together. They playing each other hair, picking each other up, and all that kind of stuff, man. And and having fun with the belt. Yeah, they I don't know who will be up next to even compete against them two, man. Like they can ride their wave again all the way till what I'm saying, WrestleMania, past WrestleMania, unless they bring somebody up. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna stop them right about now, man. Like Bailey and Lyra, they did have a good match against them. They did their thing, but yeah, it ain't no stopping them two right now.
Yeah, man. What do you think about the Kabuki Warriors getting involved here, man? Is this something you're looking forward to seeing, the Kabuki Warriors versus the SmackDown Women's Tag Team Champions?
Well, I did, yeah. Well, that may be a good one, man. When I seen what's the name? What's the other young lady name that's with Oscar?
Kyrie Sane.
Kyrie saying, yeah, when she came up that top rope tonight, man, she was. I thought she was up there with the the camera that goes across the thing, man. She was up there high, man. So that little girl can fly.
Yeah, yeah, that's her signature elbow drop there, man. So
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
those ladies can definitely go in the ring, man. It's just about the story, it making sense. But I don't know if they're building towards anything. They may just actually have the match, and that just kind of be it versus any build. Not a lot of build for many matches that we've seen in recently in the last several months. Everything's happening pretty quickly, so not getting a long time to build, and in some cases you're not getting a long time to hold those championships, man. But what you think about this match being the main event? Would you have changed this for Braun and LA Knight? Did you think this was worthy of being the main event, the match everybody waits all night to see?
Yeah, it was pretty decent. It was a good match, man. I would have rocked out with it being the main event. Even though what I'm saying Braun is definitely a main eventer. Same thing with LA Knight. Just gave it a little twist, something different. We done had all the men Braun and been on every main event for the last 2 to 3 months now. So just give it another little feel, man. Let these first of all, these two, the Alexa and Charlotte are legends. So what I'm saying, you got to get the legends their just due, man. Especially when them coming over to Raw, to grace us with their appearance. Yeah, you definitely had to let them go as the main event, man. You couldn't put them anywhere. You couldn't put them first. Couldn't put them in the middle, man. You got to put them last. Let them rock out, man. So yeah, I think they got their just due, man. It was definitely respect that they showed them, man, to let them end the show for the night.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we had a solid ending to the show tonight. It definitely wasn't a bad ending. It wasn't one that had much build, or we really not even sure how this match came about more than them just asking for the match. So good for Lyra. Good for her to be in the main event. I'm not sure I recall her being in a main event. Nothing's coming to me off the top of my head.
No, I don't think she always been a middle card. First top of the night middle card. Maybe the one before the main event. You know what I'm saying, but nothing. Not the headline to end, and especially to end the show. You know what I'm saying? Not even headline, just to end the whole show altogether.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a good little war games match, man. A little triple threat. That'll be something. The Kabuki Warriors. I don't know if Bailey and Lyra really kind of got a name for themselves right now. And then Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, man, that'll be a good little match. For the upcoming PLE after Saturday night main event, War Games.
yeah, they don't have a lot of matches on these cards, so it's giving people a lot of time off, and it's also keeping some things fresh, and it's gonna create some opportunities down the line. So we're seeing a lot of the titles being defended on Monday Night Raw, on SmackDown, and not just on these PLEs. So it could change hands. We seen them change hands, so you really never know what can happen. Um, if the Kabuki Warriors can pull it off, who knows what that might look like. But it's definitely not something that's far fetched, man. Overall, man, what you thought about the show tonight, man? How they do with Monday Night Raw tonight on October 27th?
Start to finish, man, it was pretty good, man. I enjoyed it. I very seldom get to see the whole thing, man, from beginning to end. I'm usually coming in around about that mid or the top of the hour, man. So being able to watch the whole thing from beginning to end has been pretty good, man. Like I said, it was a pretty solid night. Just trying to see what everything kind of pan out to be, man. It's Dominic got him a new little squad in his back pocket, man. So when he leave Judgment Day, man, he still got some goons behind him. If he do happen to retain the belt, in which now that I think about it, I don't mind him actually keeping it. Now that I think about it, man, he got the whole what's the new group name? Los Americanos.
Yeah, Los Americanos.
Yeah, he got some people backing him, man. So that may be a good little JD and Finn versus that whole little squad, man. Maybe they can find a couple more guys that's on the come up, man, and make a new Judgment Day, but maybe call it something different, and then Dominic, create his own little faction with the Los Americanos, man. Break out two more groups, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, everybody combining and coming together these days. So, hey, man, let's run it that way too, man. Might as well.
Yeah, we didn't get no bad matches tonight, man. I think every match was pretty solid, man. Only one ended without a decision being made, but we had some good matches tonight, man. And trying to build towards Saturday night's main event, and they've already told us a couple of the matches that we should expect next week on Monday Night Raw. So it should be a good weekend, man. We got Friday Night SmackDown to also build towards Saturday night's main event, and then that PLE jumping off. And this time next week, man, we'll be talking about a new world heavyweight champion. So that should be exciting, something to look forward to, man. Hopefully whatever decision they make, man, hopefully what happens next is really going to be relevant and really matter.
Yo, what happens if it's somebody interfere?
I don't believe it's a no DQ match, so hopefully we get a finish. Hopefully we get a finish, man.
We really need one, but that'd be crazy too.
The only one kind of hovering around a little bit. We don't really know what Jimmy's expecting. We don't really know what Bron Breaker is going to do. Him and Bronson Reed. So you got a few different things that play there that they could get involved in some kind of way. But we got to put the title on somebody. We got to get this title on somebody and not keep it vacated for however much longer. Let's get somebody on this thing, man. And I wish it was two guys who never held it. I wish this was, LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso. I wish it was something like that. Where it's
Mm-hmm.
still hard to predict who will win, but neither guy's ever had it. Because if it was a Bron Breaker in this match, I think we would kind of expect him to walk out with it. Just based on having backup and how he's been billed as of late. But it's two guys who've had it, two guys the company believe they can, build around, at least on Monday Night Raw with CM Punk and Jay. So I don't know what they got up their sleeve with this one, man. But that's a good thing, the less predictable, in my opinion, the better. But this has been on WWE Monday Night Raw, the Wrestle for Real post show, man. We definitely appreciate everybody tuning in with us. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to check us out wherever you get your podcast. Spook, appreciate you jumping on with me tonight. We'll be right back here, possibly, hopefully, maybe next week, discussing who this new world heavyweight champion is and what the future looks like for that particular individual. In the meantime, we'll catch up in a minute with you guys and see you in another week.